Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to New RC. I appreciate you watching. Today we're going to go over 1.9 Thule wheel options and adapters. I've been wanting to turn the FMS Atlas into a Thule tow truck here for a while. I kind of started looking into Thules about a month ago, and I really wasn't finding much. If you look at the 1/14 scale, there's a bunch of options, but they just look way too small for a 1/10 scale. So I was really wanting to find a 1.9 Thule wheel or an adapter to put to mate Thule wheels together to make a set with. So what I found was we'll start with the cheapest option. These you can get on Amazon for $22, I believe, but these are made for a particular kind of wheel. These are aluminum. They come with a hex shaft that you put your first wheel on, your 1.9 on, screw this on there. This seats down over top of it. It's got a 12mm hex on it, so the other wheel sits on top of this one. And then it has a threaded rod that comes out of there that you screw your nut to. And you come out with a set that looks like this. So these are just two plastic 1.9 wheels with the adapter in there. So it just takes the same kind of wheel. The problem with this is you have to pick a particular kind of wheel, and it has to be a nice flat surface for these to seat up against. If you look at the link, the Amazon link for these, go through the pictures and you'll see that these are made almost specifically for a TRX6 hauler and the kind of wheel that they're using on it. Because if you try and put it on a 1.9 that has screws on the hub, this thing is just gonna slide around. It's not gonna sit flat. It has no place to really sit and anchor to, or a nice flush fit up against anything. So any kind of wheel that has the screws in there, these really aren't gonna work for. It's not gonna line up with anything. It's not gonna sit flush. It'll be at an odd angle all the time. So yeah, anything that has those screws in it is just not gonna work with those. So you have to pick a plastic wheel. These just happen to be the wheels off the Redcat Gen 9, and these will work perfect for on these wheels. So yeah, just drop that other piece. But yes, these will fit nice and flush on there, and they'll anchor really well, and they won't be at an odd angle. They'll be nice and flat, and it works really well with these wheels. Also with these wheels here, these are just a cheap plastic wheel off of AliExpress. I think they were $15 for all four, but they also have a nice flat surface in there for that to heat up against, and that mates up with those nice and flush and even, not at a awkward angle or anything, and that works well with those wheels as well. But it seems like the plastic wheels are what these are going to work the best with. So the other option are these ones here, and these will work with just about any 1.9 wheel, and I say just about any, not all of them. So these particular wheels won't work with this kind of adapter here either, because the the hub opening is very narrow, and this just won't even fit down in these wheels here in particular. Just about any other wheel, these will fit down in there fine. Problem is, you're supposed to put, the first wheel and tire on the axle and then screw this on. But once you get down so far, you can't screw it anymore because it hits the screws, or the lugs, or whatever you want to call those, that hold the hub on. So the way around that is you have to take the hub off, put the hub on the axle, screw this on, get your wheel on there, screw it down with this screws afterwards, and then you can put your other wheel on. But all this is a 12 millimeter hex rod that this guy cut and then milled the front down and then threaded, or I don't know if it comes threaded, but it's an aluminum hex rod. But he hand mills these, and they're pretty nice. They're not going to break. So very high quality, and you get two pairs of these, so you get 4 of them for $30, $31. That's what I paid for them. But the guy that makes these, his name is Jim, and his last name I know I'm gonna pronounce incorrectly, but Hanoi. But I'll leave a link to his Facebook page, and unfortunately, I believe that's the only way you can contact him, is to message him through Facebook. But I'll leave his Facebook page link down below, so you can message him and ask about these. But he makes these for 1/10 scale. He makes them for 1/18 scale. And I believe he also makes them for the 1/24, like the SCX24, the TRX4Ms, the Red Caddis N18. So all those, he makes a version of these that'll work with those as well. So these are a nice, very nice, reasonable option, and he's a small business owner, so I like supporting those guys. So that's another option, and I have these on a set of wheels and tires on the other side of the truck here, and we'll take a look at that here in a minute. But the last one of these that we'll go over are the RC four-wheel drive fuel wheels. So these are an aluminum dually wheel 1.9s, but they're not bead lock. These are glue-on wheels, so you have to glue the tires onto these. And the front's not bad getting the front on, just one wheel. The back is kind of a pain in the ass to put on the truck. It's doable, but it's a pain. You have to put the hub on first. So you put this on the axle, and then you screw it down with your nut. So you get your nut on there, you screw this down to the axle. Then your first wheel, or you can probably do them together, but you have to line up your design so everything's even. I think that's pretty even there. And then you put that on. This end isn't keyed or anything, so it's just smooth and round. So you have to line up those screws on there, 2 wheels, and a cover. So you have to get all those holes lined up, and let me tell you, it's kind of a pain. But once it's on there, it takes a little while, but once it's on there, it looks pretty good. The tires I picked for these are a 100 millimeter tall, 30 millimeter wide, 31 millimeter wide maybe. These were off at Express also, but they're kind of an all-terrain, on-road, off-road, all-terrain. Kind of like the BFG all-terrain-ish type of tread pattern on those. But that's kind of the look I was going for. I think these are a little smaller than I was hoping because they don't fill out the wheel well quite as well in the front. There's a nice gap right there. That's compressed all the way, and I put shorter shocks on this too, by the way. So I don't know, it just looks a little small to me, you know, after you have a 1.9, a regular one on there, it's gonna fill up the wheel well nice, but these just look a little small. But I don't know, you guys will have to tell me what you think about it if you're digging the look of those ones, because the other option are these, and I think that looks pretty nice too. So these are just 1.9 wagon wheels, stamped steel wheels with those PFG KM3 knockoff tires that I got off AliExpress, and these are put together with Jim's adapter. So that's what's in those. That's what's holding that on. It's going in just like that. So this holds that wheel on, and this screws on to the axle. Pretty easy, but they work really well. Everything's, you know, lined up, looking good. So I really like those too, because that fills in the you know, the wheel well nicely. So I'm kind of torn because I really like the way these look on there, but on the other hand, I bought these specifically for this because that was kind of the look I was going for. They just look a little small, a little out of scale, but not bad though. I still think they look okay. They're just a little out of scale, but so these are probably going to be the ones I could go with. These other ones, I have that legendary Grando that had that horribly ugly orange body on it. I'm gonna put a Cuda, a 70s Cuda body on it, make it a totally four-wheel drive off-road Cuda. So kind of like the Demolition Ranch Cuda, kind of that. That's kind of what I was going for. But on this guy here, I think that looks really good. You guys are gonna have to tell me your opinion, which ones you like better. If you like the bigger tires or the semi-looking wheels. But other than that, I would like to figure out some way to make some fenders for the rear, just to tie everything together. Give it a little running board here with a nice smooth round fender, kind of match the front here. But I don't know, we'll see about that. I'm not much of a artistic craftsman, particularly when it comes to plastic. I don't know much about it at all. And I still haven't mounted this guy down yet. I still got to get that guy mounted down, but it's going to be surface level. And I do have a winch I can throw on that to make it more scale, more realistic. But I was kind of wanting to put the winch on the front. But the problem with putting the winch on the front is this tips forward, and if you put a winch up there, there's no getting into that. It's going to be closed forever unless I put body posts or or magnets or some other kind of mounting system on it. I'd have to lose that other, take that light off there to get that in there, but could either put that winch there, so I could have two winches, one in the front, one in the back, and then have a little toggle switch to go between the two, have them both work off of one channel on the radio. You just toggle a switch if you want the front or the back. But I think I'm going to lose this light bar. I don't know if that's on camera or not. I think I'm gonna lose this light bar and put like an orange one on the roof, because that's just, whoa, I almost lost it there. That's just like a red and blue flashy, like a police light thingy, and that's not kind of the look I was going for this. I was looking for look like a tow truck, you know, just the orange flashy lights to go on the front up there, or on the top of the roof. But that's my plans with this. Hopefully it'll come together fairly smooth. I got the toolies figured out. I have to cut a piece of wood so this will mount flush in there. And then add a few more details. I'd like to try weathering the body on this too. I'm going to take this sticker off, weather it, and maybe weather it. I haven't ever weathered before, so that's probably not going to turn out well. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So anyway, that's for 1.9 Thule wheel options. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.